Hello, this is Jordan Brown, Solution Architect for Thunder Consulting, and today we're going to be talking about order splitting in Salesforce CPQ. First thing you need to do before you think about splitting orders in CPQ, you want to make sure that your CPQ package settings are set correctly so you can split orders or create multiple orders off of a single quote within CPQ. So you want to go into your package settings, the order tab, and ensure that the allow multiple orders checkbox is actually checked. The first way that we can split orders in CPQ is manually, where you actually get to pick and choose the quote lines that you want split into order products on the different orders that you're going to create manually. To do that, go ahead and click the Create Order button, which is going to automatically copy over the header information to your order from your quote line, so you don't have to key that. And then once you get here, you can go ahead and click Edit Order Products, where you can actually go and select the quote lines that you want on this particular order. I'm just going to go ahead and create them and convert them over to order products here once we go ahead and click Save. The other cool thing here is if you do have a quote line that has a quantity greater than 1, you can actually split up the quantity as well. So in this case, we have 5 video cameras. For the sake of the demo, I'm going to go ahead and change that to 3. And what you're going to see happen here, when I save this, you're going to see the order products get created, and you're going to see now for the video cam that there's still an available quantity of 2 that has not been ordered yet. So it automatically keeps track of what has and has not been ordered as you're going ahead and manually selecting your quote lines to be order products. We'll go ahead and save that, and you'll see the order products have now been created. And then what we can do is go back to the quote, and you could repeat the same process and create another order and go ahead and select the products again. Or in my case, we're only going to do 2 orders, and I want the remaining quote lines to be on that order. So you could save yourself some time actually and not have to manually create it, but you can use this order checkbox, and it will go ahead, any remaining quote lines, it will convert those to order products on a new order for you automatically. So it saves you a little bit of clicking. And what you'll see here is that second order now, where we now have our desktop computer and all the features, functions that come along with it. And then we have our 4K video camera. If you remember that we had ordered 3 on the other order, and now you can see the quantity is 2 on this one. So that has that intelligence. It knows you already ordered 3, and it knows that there are 2 remaining to go. It automatically does that for you. Next example of order splitting is splitting the quote by quote line groups. So in this particular example, I stood up a quote here where I have 3 different groups. In this case, we have different ship to locations. So we have some items here going to an elementary school, some more going to a middle school, and another one going to a high school. So since they're different ship to locations in this particular use case, we do want to split them out in different orders. So to do that, pretty simple actually, is we want to make sure that there is a checkbox called order by quote line group. We want to make sure that is marked as true. And then as soon as either you mark the order checkbox on the quote or the opportunity, depending on where you're doing it from, automatically you're going to split out those quote lines for you. In this case, we had 3 groups, so I'm expecting to see 3 different orders in this case, one for the elementary school, the middle school, and the high school. And the last way we're going to demonstrate the order splitting capabilities in CPQ is by the order by functionality. So what we have here is we do have a field in CPQ out of the box called order by, and we can really use this field to look at any quote line field we want. In this particular scenario, I am using product family, a very simplified way to split the order. We want to split up in this particular case by hardware and software, but you can really get as complex as you need to in this particular field, right? So you can use, I've seen in some cases where you need to split by PO and ship to and start date, or some combination of all 3 of those fields. And what you can do to do that is you can actually create a formula field that again kind of concatenates those fields or whatever fields you really need on the quote line that you want to split your order by, and you can use that formula in this ordered by field, and that way you can kind of split the quote lines really however you want. So it gives you a ton of flexibility. Like I said, a lot of times we see combinations of ship tos, bill tos, POs, start dates, end dates, product families, anything you can really think of, right? So there's just the ways you can do it are really limitless as far as this goes. But in terms of demonstrating this capability, you're going to keep it simple and look at the product family. So in this particular quote, what we have here, really simple, we have software and hardware. So in this particular use case, could be different provisioning systems for the two product families. So we want to split the orders off accordingly to make sure they get to the right spots. So really, really simple. Once you set the order by field, in this case, we've set it to look at the product family field on the quote line. Checking the order checkbox, it's automatically going to filter through all of your order or all of your quote lines, and it's going to split those into two different orders. So what you're going to see here is we have all of our hardware products here automatically split into one order, and then on the second order we have all of our software products. So there you go. You have order splitting in CPQ. And like I said, to recap, you have your manual order splitting where you can kind of pick and choose what you want to, which quote lines you want to split into which order. And then you have the order by group, which automatically, if you're using quote line groups as part of your configuration, it's automatically going to split those orders for you that way. And then kind of the catch-all where you can really have customization and do whatever you want is the order by, where you decide which quote line field that you want to split the quote lines up by. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Thank you.